Awesome. Hello, guys. Welcome to my channel, and I'm very excited today to welcome Haiyang Lee, who is the founder and CEO of LionAGI. LionAGI is a cutting-edge intelligent framework, which did a video on few days back, and I was already hooked. So I thought, why not just invite the founder and hear from him directly. So if you're not aware of what Line AGI is, I will also drop the link to my video and the GitHub repo and the project page in the video's description. So please do watch it and do visit it. The Line AGI is primarily a cutting-edge intelligent agent framework. It integrates data manipulation with advanced machine learning tools such as LLMs, for example, OpenAI GPT. It is designed for data-centric production-level projects, and it dramatically lowers the barrier in creating intelligent automated systems that can understand and interact meaningfully with large volumes of data. So that is what I understand, but I would let Haiyan Ocean Lee to describe it. Well, Haiyan, so a huge thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule and agreeing to this interview. Could you please share a bit about your background, where you grew up, what sparked your interest in technology, and especially AI, please?
Yeah, sure. Well, thank you. This is my pleasure to be here. Born and raised in China, I moved to United States about 12, 13 years ago. Being on the East Coast since. I did college and master here, and then I did some e-commerce in the middle. I bought sourcing from China and then sold on US Amazon. And then COVID hit, and then I just like, okay. So I went to do a master. And then at the last semester of my master, I went to work for a quantitative hedge fund, or not value investing hedge fund that is quite small. And I gained a lot of insights with working with them because value investing focus a lot on understanding the fundamentals of things, which includes loads and loads of reading. You're trying to get interconnectedness with all of this data and then trying to get into your head. And then I thought, oh, with large language model and stuff, we can do this very easily and automate it. If you're trying to analyze stock market, we can go through all of these earnings instead of just the 10 that you have time to look at. So that's what originally inspired me to do LionAGI.
Very nice. I think I'm a huge fan of Warren Buffett, and very just few days back, one of the icon of value investing, Charlie Munger, died. So, who is your favorite, or I should say, who is the value investor you look upon?
Um, I don't really have one. I think Warren Buffett has quite a few nice quotes that I like, such as your ultimate hedge against inflation is your pricing power. I like that sentence a lot, and I also like he said, "Don't ever lose your principle." As of investing side, I don't really follow along people. I would say I get pieces and dots here and there.
Awesome. Well, that's great. I think we should do another video on value investing then. So, but for this one, let's focus on this. Um, so, how does Line AGI's approach to AGI, which is artificial general intelligence, differ from other initiatives in the field? So, what unique contribution you are aiming to make?
Okay, so first, AGI in Lion refers to automated general intelligence. Um, we don't like to use the word artificial general intelligence because it doesn't make sense to us. Lion AGI, really, you can think of it as a LangChain plus pandas. It is, you use this set of tools to to intelligently process your business workflows. So for example, if you have 20 steps in your workflow, at certain step, it requires some kind of intelligent checks to decide which the next path it goes to. And then LionAGI can help you compose that very easily. Like for every single
Yeah.
step, it's literally a prompt. And then you can design the whole thing very quickly, add tools to every part.
Yeah.
Um, and then you can iterate through this prototype creation process like about 10 times quicker than usually you can. So if other people just spend a week to have their product on site, you have iterated 10 times.
Makes sense. Yeah. It makes sense. So, what you have just described sounds like quite an ambitious project, and you're trying to do a lot of things in one project. So, do you think is it achievable? And what has been your journey so far in terms of funding and support?
So there is, uh, yeah, I say you can think of it as LinkedIn Boss Spinner, but really it is not. It is more of a framework for composing workflows that's as complicated, as convoluted as you can think of in the easiest way possible. So that is the whole aim of this thing. By doing this, we can automate most of the existing workflows that for business users have very deterministic business needs. So this is where we look into. And in terms of funding, that we are still in the process of looking. We're at very early stages of our venture. I actually released the package just as of December.
Yeah, got it. Okay. So, and do you intend to commercialize it? What sort of applications do you foresee in the near future on the, which are based on Line AGI, of course?
So we do plan on some kind of commercialization with LionAGI, but we are not too sure about that yet because it is a framework
Yeah.
and the possibility is quite endless. Basically, anything that requires or can be done with automation have use cases that LionAGI can be applied to. But right now, since we're focusing building our framework, we have not come up with very specific monetization scheme that we want to go after.
Got it. And look, as you know, that I'm based in Sydney, Australia at the moment, and there is a lot of fear and anxiety going around here, especially in Australian job market about impending job losses due to artificial intelligence or generative AI. What are your thoughts on it? Do you think that there will be mass job losses, or do you think AI is going to add more jobs? How do you see that?
This is a very interesting question. Historically, it did. This wave, I'm not too sure. What definitely going to change is um, our civilization's relationship to
Yeah,
work. That is going to change for sure. Uh, During the first industrial revolution, there were a lot of replacement of jobs. Simply farming skill was just not needed. I would say similar thing would happen here. People's skills
yeah,
get redundant, but that does not necessarily lead to a unhappy life due to the massive increasement in productivity. I think what needs to be figured out is how to fairly distribute this productivity. That is
makes
a lot
sense.
more important.
Yeah, I think I agree with that because one of my concern, which I also did a video just this morning, is that you know, like it or not, but most people identify themselves with their work. Work is their identity. So it is just not financial thing. So if maybe governments might do some regulation, there will be some universal payout. But I think if people are sitting idle and AI is doing everything, then that might be an issue. But I think I agree with your point. So on that same note, because building stuff like Line AGI, taking inspiration from value investing, what exactly inspires you and motivates you in your professional life to just keep going?
I would say really it's my passion. I'm trying to create something useful. I'm trying to create value to the world. And then hopefully by the time I pass, it's a better place than when I come. So that is all that's driving me.
Awesome. That's great. That's a very, very noble thinking, I would say. Um, lot of, because everything is new in terms of AI and whatever we are seeing right now, and many people, whether they have technical background or not, they are trying to learn it. What would be your advice to them? How should they start learning AI? How should they start getting ready for this new Gen AI era?
Learn by doing. I created LionAGI without knowing any LangChain before LionAGI. Actually, start knowing it after I want to see how not to import 20 names and how to avoid that. So that's when I start looking into LangChain.
Yeah. That's very encouraging. I think everyone can then take the inspiration from this, and they have to just start, I would say.
Yeah.
So, anything else you want to share with the audience? Please feel free.
Um, I'll share a little bit about the LionAGI's vision. So how we see the future is intelligence being abundant. Use not to be the case at all, still not the case. It is always scarce. And then, so in economics, scarcity is what's valuable. But once intelligence is not scarce, how does that mean to us? So there are just two ways to think about it. Is this frozen?
No, no, it's working.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no, okay. So there are two ways of thinking about it. One is what to do with this intelligence. Who should have it? The second problem is if we give this intelligence to people, are they going to utilize it?
Yes.
So that is what I'm really passionate about. I'm trying to create and distribute intelligence to as many people and automate as many boring stuff as possible, such that everybody can leverage our all human civilization's crystallized knowledge instead of just concentrated to the very few. So that is the vision for Lion. And then we believe intelligence will be just a utility as common as water and electricity. And then I believe that it will be a basic human rights in future.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. And I have one last question, which I always ask from all of my guests. Um, Other than Line AGI, which one is your favorite AI model?
You mean package?
Model, LLM.
Uh, in terms of that I don't really know. Like we are model agnostic. We don't really like model is I wouldn't say completely independent from us, but it's a very different thing we're working with.
Mhm. No, but if you do you have any personal favorite LLM which you use?
Um, yes. So I use different models for edge cases, but for the
Mhm.
main one, I just choose the most powerful one in the market. So
ChatGPT.
currently GPT-4, but
Awesome.
for the and smaller task, I use different models.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Ocean. Much appreciated. Very useful. And thanks for attending. And best of luck to you to Line AGI. And hopefully people will visit it and then take advantage of it. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you for this. Thank you so much.
No worries.